that we were clearly looking for something that didn't exist in oneself to be, to kind of rescue you. So, should I read from?
Yes.
Please do. My husband is not fond of husbands. My husband is an expert on husbands. He spots husband behavior immediately and points it out to me. You're behaving like the husband, he tells me, when I sit with family or friends, when we are sitting with family or friends and I pick up my phone and start scrolling through notifications. I put my phone away immediately, unless I happen to be booking a ticket for him on the Indian Railways website, in which case I win. I tell him a dirty joke. After smiling shyly and blushing, he recovers his wits and says to me, "See, I told you, you're the husband in this relationship." You think wives don't tell dirty jokes? I don't know any, he admits. Well, you better not know any, I say. I don't want other people's wives telling you dirty jokes. He blushes again. He makes the beds on the berths of trains, carefully tucking in the sheets and hoisting each one of us so the sheets don't slip off at night. He remakes the beds at home to get the lines just right on all sides, like his mother taught him to. I used to rinse and organize the dirty dishes neatly in the kitchen sink before the maid would come in and wash them. After we had 3 children and I began to work from home, I let the dishes pile up and scatter across the kitchen counter. I allow the beds to remain undone all day. I can't keep up with the underwear requirements of each member of the family. I let the children wear unironed shirts to school. The last time I was traveling for work, my husband took the children to the supermarket and bought each one of them individual hairbrushes. He discovered that everyone's school socks were collapsing around the ankles and bought them new socks. "You work like a man," he said to me. "You work more than men. You work 24 hours a day." He was spotting husband behavior again. My husband is not fond of husbands. "I miss you too, Janu. Sometimes I have the presence of mind to say, he's not complaining, he's just missing me." Lately, I have also started pointing things out. I name his sisters and say, "Your favorite women are also at work almost all their waking hours. But because they do housework and host guests and take on their children's husbands and in-laws' work, no one accuses them of working too much. In fact, no one notices that they work at all. The difference between them and me is that I choose the work I do." This is an important conversation, not only because we want to avoid nagging and diminishing each other, but also because we are raising children together. Notably, we are raising daughters together. We know that they will confront social attitudes that aim to restrict their life choices. They will be told, "You're intimidating if you're smart. You're unsexy if you're funny. You're attractive only if you remain demure at work." On stage, while presenting, while receiving, while grieving, while laughing, while birthing. This would have been an equally important conversation if we had been raising sons. Boys don't need to be caged in by restrictive notions of gender-appropriate behavior either. "Both of you are being so sensitive," our daughter interjects at dinner table, making us withdraw from yet another argument that we didn't even realize we had begun to have. Every child deserves to grow up in an environment where he or she is allowed to question and examine intimately. Every child needs to experience that love is not a cage. I have over a period of time come to realize that a good marriage is a terrible burden. Our desperation to keep up appearances forces us to look away from things that might be bothering us. Silence perpetuates fear and infantilizes us. Makes us lazy. We return home carrying unexpressed anger and dump the discontentment in our safe place, between ourselves. This confuses the hell out of the children. True love involves a lot of fighting. It involves letting go of fights too. It's okay to let our marriage look a little bit bad.
whole thing about true love involves fighting. It's a very controversial thing. I mean,